Welcome back, this is Elsam. Today we are going to be solving some past questions and likely exam questions. So if you're excited to solve with me, let's go. Don't forget, this is lecture 65 out of 100, so a lot before we got here. So take your time, start from the beginning, follow through the series so that you can score 100 in UTME mathematics. So let's go. So number one says, if three numbers P, Q, and R are in the ratio 6, 4, 5, find the value of 3P minus Q all over 4Q plus R. Now, these three numbers P, Q, R are in the ratio 6, 4, 5. Now, this ratio is telling you that these are the simplest form of these numbers if they were in fractions, so the simplest form. So we're going to take P as 6, Q as 4, and R as 5. So PQR 6, 4, 5. So now I want to find 3P minus Q over 4Q plus R. Okay, so 3P will be 3 times 6, P is 6, minus Q, which is 4, all over 4Q. So 4, what's our Q? Q is 4, right? Plus R, which is 5. Okay? So this will give us 3 multiplied by 6, that's 18 minus 4 divided by 16 plus 5. So and this gives us 18 minus 4, that's 14, over 16 plus 5 is 21. 7 in 14 is 2, 7 in 21 is 3. So our answer is 2 over 3. Now for exam's sake, don't start cancelling and waiting to write answer. Once you have seen the green light, you pick your answer. So let's check for our answer. So for number 1, our answer is 2 over 3. So that will be option B. Okay? So for number 2, it says, if the quadratic function, which is 3x squared minus 7x plus R, is a perfect square, find R. Okay? Don't forget that for perfect squares, so for perfect squares, and it also applies to equal roots. So if they say this equation has equal roots, or it's a perfect square, B square equals to 4AC. Now, if you don't know what A, B, and C represent, it means you have not watched our lecture on quadratic equations. Let me just take time to explain that. So any quadratic equation looks like this: ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So where a is the coefficient of x squared, the leading coefficient, b is the coefficient of x, linear coefficient, and c is a constant. Okay, so in this case, what we have is 3x squared minus 7x plus R. So we have to find R, knowing that it is a perfect square. So we're just going to apply this. So here our A is 3, our B is minus 7, and our C is R. Okay, so B squared, which is minus 7 squared, equals to 4 multiplied by A, which is 3, multiplied by C, which is R. So minus 7 squared is 49, equal to 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. 12 multiplied by R, that's 12R. So we can simply divide both sides by 12. I believe you've seen the answer already, exam mode, but for the sake of explanation, let's go. So 12 cancels 12, our R is 49 over 12. Okay, 49 over 12, that will be option D. Okay, so if you have followed the series clearly, you won't even struggle with what we're doing here. And if you are confident, you can pause the video at this point, solve 3, solve 4, solve 5, and then play the video, watch me solve them, and see if your answers are the same. If your answers are correct, means you are very prepared for this exam. Okay, so for number number 3 says, a sum of money was invested at 8% per annum simple interest. Remember our simple interest, that the interest is principal rate time over 100. Interest is the amount, the gain or the profit when you do an investment. Or in the case of a loan, if you collect a loan, you're going to pay an extra amount, which is the interest. So the amount you pay at the end of the day is the interest or the principal, the total amount. Okay, let's say in an investment now, you invested an amount and then you gain an interest. So that amount you invested plus the interest or the gain together, we call it amount. Take note of this formula. But this interest is calculated as the principal, the amount you invested, multiplied by the rate, what percentage, times the time, the duration. Remember, for simple interest, the time must be in years. I've explained that earlier. So if you are giving time in months, you have to convert it to years. Don't forget. So 6 months is half a year. So you have to do that conversion before you do this calculation. Now the question says, the sum of money was invested at 8% per annum simple interest. If after 4 years, that's the time now, the money amounts to this. So total amount. We don't know the amount invested, but after 4 years, that amount invested, which is principal plus the interest, everything gave a total amount of 330 naira. Find the amount originally invested. So we're looking for the principal. So I think this is clear. So amount 330, total amount you now have, equals to the principal, which we don't know, plus the interest, which is what? Principal, that's in principal we don't know, times rate times time over 100. So this is gotten from this. So we know the rate 8%, we know the time 4 years. So 330 equals to principal plus principal, multiplied by the rate, which is 8%, multiplied by the time, which is 4 years, over 100. So let's just be a bit fast. 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. 32 over 100, that's 0.32. So we have 330 equals to P plus, that's the P now multiplied by 30. 8 times 4 is 32 over 100, that's 0.32, right? 0.32 times P. So you have 330 equals to P plus 0.32P. That's P multiplied by 0.32, that's 0.32P. So 1P plus 0.32P, that's 1.32P. So 330 equals to 1.32P. P is the principal, which is what we're looking for, the amount invested. So if we divide both sides by 1.32 over 1.32, our P will be equal to, remember our exam allows us to use a non-scientific calculator. So let's do that quickly. I have one here. So clear 330 naira divided by 1.32, and that gives us 250. So dividing this, we get 250. So the amount originally invested is 250 naira, and that will be option D. Okay, so UTME mathematics is not difficult. You just need to learn the topics, understand them well, which is what we've tried to achieve with all the series we've been taking from 1 to 64. So from 65 down to 100, we're just solving questions. Now, before we go to number 4, I want to talk about fulcrumity. Let me rub the board so I can talk about it well. Now, I'm talking about fulcrumity. Now, fulcrumity is an app that allows you to study and prepare well for UTME. So the app is designed for students like you that are taking UTME exam. Now, the good thing is that it has all the subjects in it. You know, here we're taking mathematics, ensuring you score 100 in mathematics. Now, that app ensures you score 100 in all your subjects. So that's one. And two, it has rooms where you can discuss with your friends. Let's say you're studying. Let's say you're my friend, you're studying, I'm studying. Or let's say you're sleeping, I'm studying, and we are both on that app. the app will notify you that Elsam has answered 100 questions. Elsam has studied for 1 hour, so you can wake up and, oh, let's know what Elsam is doing, so you can connect with me, and then we're studying together. So instead of spending time on TikTok, the app gives you that same TikTok feel, but now you're using it in a positive way. You're preparing for your exam. So go to elsam.com/fulcrumity. For now, the app is loading. In a few days, it will be launched. So join my wait list. Just go to elsam.com or www.elsam.com/fulcrumity. FULCRUMITY. So elsam.com/fulcrumity. So you can read about the app. Just take your time, read about it. But if you are going there, depending on when you are seeing this video, if you are going there when the app is already launched, you just go there and download the app straight and get to business. But for now, if you go today, you'll be seeing, you read about the app and join the wait list. So join my wait list. Okay, so back to business. Number 4, it says evaluate this integral. But let's continue. So it says evaluate sine 5x minus 2 dx. Now, if you watch the integration lecture, you won't struggle with this at all. But for those that might not have watched it, let me explain. Now, when you integrate trigonometrical functions like sine, let's say you're integrating sine x, it will give you minus cos x plus c. If you integrate cos x, it will give you sine x plus c. If you integrate sec square x, it will give you tan x plus c. Now, the one of interest for now is this. So we are integrating sine 5x minus 2. So if you integrate sine 5x minus 2, normally it will give you sine will give us minus cos 5x minus 2, right? Okay, if you wanted to follow what we have there, you say plus c. But now, because you have another function here, you are going to differentiate this inner function. And when you differentiate 5x minus 2, you have 5x plus, if your y equals to 5x minus 2, if you differentiate this, your dy dx will be 5, because 5x will give you 5, 2 will go away, right? So that's 5. Now, to complete this your integration, you multiply by not 5, but 1 over 5. Now, plus c. So don't forget what I did. You are going to integrate normally. Sine x will give you minus cos x. So this is assumed to be our x. But now that x now, in this case, it's another function of its own. So if you differentiate that inner function, 5x minus 2, you get 5. If you differentiate it, don't forget, you get 5. So you multiply by 1 over 5, or we say we divide by 5. And then our answer is minus 1 over 5 cos 5x minus 2 plus c. Okay, so our correct answer will be option D, right? Yes, option D. Most of our answers are option D today. Okay, now if you don't understand this, you can drop it in the comment section. So I'll refer you to the video that will explain this integration to you. We've explained it earlier. Okay, so that was number 4. Now for number 5, it says, okay, let me rub this. So number 5 has to do with coordinate geometry. It says, find the coordinates of the midpoint of the line joining this point and this point. Now, let's say you have 2 points, A, B, and C, comma D. 2 points, right? Now the midpoint will be what? You pick the x. Remember, this is x comma y. X comma y. Let's say x1, y1, x2, y2, right? So your midpoint, the coordinates of the midpoint will be x1 plus x2 over 2, the midpoint, comma, then for the y, you have y1 plus y2 over 2. So in this case, what we have is 3 comma minus 4, that's the 2 points we want to get the midpoint for, is 3 comma minus 4 and minus 1 comma 10. So, and minus 1 comma 10. So remember, this is our x1, y1, x2, y2. So our midpoint will be equal to x1, that's 3 plus x2, that's minus 1 over 2, that's the x. For the y, we have minus 4 plus 10 over 2. So from here, you should have picked your answer. If you are in the exam hall, you should have known that 3 minus 1 h. You go straight, but I'm explaining, so I'm taking my time. So this will give us 3 minus 1, that's 2 over 2, comma 2 over 2 is 1. So if you're in the exam hall, I'm not expecting you to take your time like this. Just pick your answer, click next. So in this case, minus 4 plus 10, that's 6 over 2. So our final answer will be 1. 2 over 2 is 1. 6 over 2 is 3. So 1 comma 3. Do we have options? Yes, option A, 1 comma 3. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to keep getting interesting solutions to mathematical problems. And if this is the first video you are coming across for this UTME/JAMB course, please go and start from video 1 and follow through till you get to 100. And I can guarantee you that you will score minimum of 90 over 100 in UTME mathematics. But now I've told you about fulcrumity. Let me just drop the link again. You also have it in the description box, but let me put it here again. So if you are going to that link today, elsam.com/fulcrumity, elsam.com/fulcrumity. If you are going there today, you will join the wait list, because the app will be ready in a few days' time. So I've explained that app is awesome. It has all the subjects and you get a huge discount for using my link. So my promo code is elsam, but just click on the link. It takes you down straight, gives you the discount already. You download the app, and then I can guarantee you will come and share testimony that, wow, you scored this and that because you followed Elsam and you used that app. So I remain Elsam. Subscribe to my channel and take care.